Thank you all for connecting to our last part of the Block Talk event. This is a panel discussion, and let's try to everyone to present yourself to the auditory, and we could start with the first question. Yeah, Emery, could you start, please?
Of course, and I am a product owner of the CoinDesk Turkey. Also, I am a researcher in a university in Turkey too, blockchain researcher at BlockCzech University in Turkey. And so on. What other things would you like to know?
Yeah, thank you. It's done. David?
Yeah, I'm the global blockchain lead for Vodafone business. I've also been helping Vodafone to explore blockchain technologies for the last 4 years, and I'm actually also leading product for a new platform which will be announced soon for Vodafone, which has a decentralized blockchain component to it. I'm also what I would call a futurist, so looking at new technologies, Metaverse, and how those can also play a part in the business solutioning and products. So really excited to be on this today, guys.
Thank you. So next, please, Jakub.
Hi, I'm Jakub Bydlinski. I'm a co-founder and portfolio manager and CTO of Altlift, a consulting company in crypto, specializing in fundamental analysis. And also I teach about cryptocurrencies at the Prague University of Business and Economics since 2014.
Thank you. And Václav?
Hey, I'm Vašek Pavlín. I'm a new addition to the BlockCzech team. I'm their blockchain lead now. Yeah, I don't know. I still feel like I'm pretty new to blockchain, but I've been developing stuff for 20 years now. So hopefully that will translate into the blockchain development as well.
Okay, thank you all. So let's start with the first question. What is, in your opinion, will be the biggest issue for the upcoming year, 2022, in a crypto and blockchain space?
Do you want to call us out, or should we just volunteer?
You just, if you want to make a talk, you just could ask, and maybe.
I can say something because I had some of those in my presentation at the end, like my vision for blockchain and Metaverse and NFTs, and then what I think are the issues. And I think right now, the biggest issues on a social level is kind of the perception of NFTs and crypto as get rich quick. And people are not focusing on real use cases and on real benefits that these technologies can bring. And I like what Jakub said, that not every single project needs blockchain. And I've been asked about, like, whenever I talk to people and I start talking about blockchain, they often assume I'm talking about private blockchains that companies will run. And I'm like, well, that doesn't make any sense, because that's just an expensive, complicated database that you can change anytime. So private blockchain is something that should not exist. Then you just should use the database. So I think these things, social perception of blockchain and NFTs, the whole idea of like private blockchain versus public blockchain, and how people think about these things, and that we don't focus as a public and as people that we can, like, as influencers in the space, we don't focus on the real global use cases of these technologies, other than minting a lot of NFTs that will make us rich.
Yeah, the biggest challenge is how the market will react to the fact that we have probably entered the bear market, and now the hype will be gone. So which projects will survive? Only those who have the real fundamentals, I guess. And there are some, and it's great what happened in the last with DeFi and NFTs and the gaming. Especially, I like the gaming, but I think that the players, even if they adopt it, they will soon realize that the fact that you have a token of an in-game asset doesn't mean that the asset cannot be changed or something, because this will happen. Like in Gods Unchained, which is one of the biggest games, probably, or I believe the game is not very balanced, and they will have to make some changes. And I'm really looking forward to how the players will react to that, and how they will react to the realization that the NFT is just an ID written on the blockchain, and it's not the card itself, it's not the artwork itself when we speak about the JPEGs and music arts and stuff. So a lot of discussion will be going on about NFTs and the law about it. No, I'm not. I don't mean regulation as such. I just mean real property rights connected to it, and there will be a lot of discussions about this. And it's still an experimental phase, and some people will be surprised.
Thank you. Maybe David or Emery?
I can continue that. For my advice is the catch the market in the right time. For example, in the blockchains, there is a lot of good projects, good technologies. For me, especially, I am doing some academic research, and the important one is catch the market in the right time. For example, in my projects, I am working IPFS and the other ones. For them, this is not the right time. But the Metaverse and NFT in something like that, it is maybe the right time, but focus on the good technical background. For example, there is a lot of projects right now in Turkey. They are selling online real estates in the Metaverse, and you can't imagine in Turkey people paying a lot of money to them. But the real technology of the projects is nothing is there. That is why, for my advice to if someone wants to do something in the metaverse shop, please focus the real technical structure. Don't try to just make it for money. Try to make a good project, good technical structure, because trust the blockchain there. And if they do that, definitely I believe if they catch the right time, definitely I believe they will success and they will reach the huge potential in the blockchain.
Thank you.
You're right.
Yeah. So I'll probably add to that. So first of all, I think that we're on the cusp of a massive opportunity in the crypto, NFT, blockchain, metaverse space. And I pointed out in my presentation the sheer size of the business. But I agree with what's been said, that the problems that we have at the moment is that a lot of the participants in crypto are speculative, right? So you've got institutional funds, electronic trading funds coming in now. A lot of the banks and a lot of consumers are now opening wallets, but they're merely just trying to pick coins that they think will go up and not looking at the fundamental project behind it. I was putting this on LinkedIn today, asking what determines the price of crypto. Is it the project and the viability of the project? So if you look at some crypto tokens or projects, Uniswap, for example, Ethereum, they make money. So why is the price going down if interest rates go up? Someone thinks they could short the market. So there is a huge speculative bubble which doesn't necessarily tie in with the fundamentals of the project. So I think that's one thing in terms of crypto price movements. And I think anyone who's a true crypto native won't watch the price movements. You're watching the fundamentals of the project. Now, the other thing I think we have is the battle for the metaverse. And as I was pointing out in my presentation, three of the big announcements you have this year: Microsoft buying Activision, for Call of Duty. You have last year October Facebook, changing its name to Meta. We had a similar thing with Square, and we also have a lot of movement with NVIDIA, etc. So a lot of the big companies are making moves into the metaverse space, and that is because they're seeing the 10 trillion market by 2034. However, it begs the question of will the metaverse be centralized or will it be decentralized? And I think there's a real battle for the soul of the metaverse. And I think that battle will be fought over the next 2 years. I think the other thing we're seeing, which will be interesting, especially for stable coins, is the arrival of CBDCs. So there's 71 countries now working on central bank digital currencies. And part of what we've got to work out, and not all of these CBDCs are decentralized. It can be either blockchain based or non-blockchain based. I think part of the battle will, how do these fit into the crypto or token economy, and can they coexist? So can a CBDC coexist with a stable coin, and how will this work? And nobody's convinced me of how this will work. I think there are ideas, but you have a central culture again mixing with a decentralized culture. So I think I see some of these as problems. I think CBDCs, once introduced, will also drive some regulation as well. So I think I see these as some of the key things coming up. Yeah, I'll probably stop talking now.
Yeah, if I can, I would like to add something to what David said, and it's about the stable coins, because there are huge macroeconomical issues all around the world, and some countries will suffer more severely than others, and I mean mostly monetary wise. So some countries have rather problematic currencies, and people might approach stable coins as an escape route, and this is interesting not just in the context of CBDCs, and I completely agree with it, but especially because it's like dollarization using the blockchain technology. I will be interested in which stablecoins people will choose, and most of the existing stablecoins are bound or collateralized by dollar, if they're collateralized at all, and they should be and there should emerge euro-related or euro-based stablecoins, and also national currencies like Czech crown stablecoins, and it probably will happen. And speaking of the European Union, in the other half of the year, there will be the MiCA regulation for crypto markets. And this topic is one of the two most discussed, the stable coins. So there will be regulatory struggles and battles, and this battlefield is, I think, very crucial, because stable coins add liquidity and usefulness to cryptocurrencies, and it needs to be handled properly.